Hey everybody, it is Dr. Ogwin with Embody Performance and Recovery. The other day I was working with an athlete and he wanted to work on his balance and ideas for anything he can do on one leg. Single leg balance things, more advanced techniques for balance, because as an athlete, he's got an injury and he realizes and recognized that the better balance somebody has, usually the less risk for injury they have. And there have been studies that show an athlete, if they're comparing side to side, if they can go really well on one side and kind of squat down like that, but on the other side, it's a little bit more at the end, like, ooh, I'm losing it, much more likely to have an injury on that side that has less balance. So ultimately, the better balance we have, usually the more athletic and agile we are and the more protected we are. So these are the exercises I showed him, and I wanted to just put it out there for anybody to have these. So of course, just standing on one leg, so this is not advanced, but if you're watching this, I'm not advanced, but I want to work on my balance, just standing on one leg. Next thing, interestingly, stand on one leg and close your eyes. When you stand on one leg and you close your eyes, you get more wobbly because we use the visual cues. It helps us to know where we are in space, and we close that down. We're relying more on these things called proprioceptors. These are little position sensors in our muscles and our joints that let us know where we are in space. And if you want to enhance those, stand on one leg with your eyes closed. Now let's get into some of these other balance techniques. So there's something called a Y matrix, where you stand on one leg and you reach, not all the way out to the side, not back, but somewhere at this angle where we're going to reach back and back up. Now the other angle, back here. And of course you would do both sides, and you could do this, 5, 6, 7 times in there. And of course, do both sides. Excellent for balance. Something else called a hip airplane that I like a lot. If you've ever done yoga, there's something called a warrior 3. But instead of doing the warrior 3, we're just here. We close it down and then we open it back up. We close it down and we open it back up. That gets you really moving through the hip. I'll show you here. So I'm going to kind of close this way. It's as if I was going to reach this way, really closing this down here and then reaching back up through here. So lots of rotational movements through the hip while we're standing on one leg balancing. So that one's excellent for proprioception, and especially to wake up all kinds of stuff in the hip. And then finally, a device that I really like a lot. This is called a slack block. It's got a nice stable surface on top, wood platform with some grippy stuff on there, and then your unstable foam on the bottom. So when I put this down and I stand on it, you'll notice like, ooh, that looks like it's gonna, if I do this here, it wobbles everywhere. So, and they make this in different foam densities. Now with this here, you could, let me just move one leg back and forth, trying to stay on that. You could just stand on it, and then you could even get a little bit wild and crazy. Let me see if I can get down, get a pistol squat, get back up on this here. So all kinds of things that you can do on this slack block. And again, you do both sides. So there are some ideas for single leg balance. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, make sure like the video, leave a comment below, and we'll see you next time.